everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll see you again with scores and updates at halftime, but for now, it's my distinct pleasure to hand things over to our broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Goskowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Escapes the defender. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. They'll be led out by the third overall pick in the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
And they said he would be a gym rat coming out of Boston College, and nothing has changed, and his play continues to get better as he rallies his team.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And right away, he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And here's the offense now. Charles, who's the guy you chose to highlight?
The tone setter, the guy in the middle, Alex Mack. His return, never good for the opposition.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Ryan going up top. It's caught at the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Dante Hightower is a prototypical run-stuffing inside linebacker who has the ability to go to the edge and rush the passer, and there's no better example than when he had the strip sack against Matt Ryan in Super Bowl 51.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. Fourth down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tavecchio puts this one through, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Wait, 20. Mike is 59. Let him know.
They'll run it here. This is James White. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Come on here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, sugar.
A former star at nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Wait, that 380. 59. I got one.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
To throw again on second down. Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
Brady. He completes it right side away. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wait, that's 29. Alpha.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Brady, and he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Brady again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jack Crawford coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action, now it's Brady. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, it's Brady. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
Philip Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brady gives to Michelle. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, here's White. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady to Michelle on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On the ground, Michelle. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And it's Michelle once again. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Ryan and the Falcons trailing 10-3. A minute 47 on the clock. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Now Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Ryan. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game. And
no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there.
Ryan's pass complete to Julio Jones. He's out of bounds right at the line. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's back to throw, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown, and they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Under review.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And we may very well be headed to overtime. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And a pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
They come out here in the I. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 2-yard.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Now Ryan. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Michael Bannon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
So a big one coming now for Giorgio Tavecchio. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. Demaryius Thomas, guy who knows a thing or two about overtime. You remember the wild card round against the Steelers back in 2012. Took an 80-yard pass on the first play to win that game.
And that was a good Steelers secondary, so you know his ability to catch the ball, and then what he creates after the ball's in his hands, wow, he's absolutely sensational. Take him all the way back to Georgia Tech when everyone knew he was the primary receiver, yet he still caught big passes. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
From midfield, here's Brady. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
Brady's throw caught by Lacoste, the tight end. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And something tells me the moment of overtime won't be too big for number 12, Tom Brady.
Well, the best that have ever played have always taken big moments and treated them as little moments, right? Each play is going to be kind of the same, but they know how to rise to the occasion as well. And let's face it, Tom Brady, I think he'll enjoy playing in overtime and trying to be the guy that leads his team to victory.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.